The show begins with a school that's anything but ordinary. It's divided into two distinct sections. One is for the nerd students, those who dedicate their entire lives to studying and consistently rank top of the class every year. The other section is for the so-called failures, students who don't care much about education, but excel in sports and always win competitions. Now, dear viewer, I don't know which type you are, but we meet one of those failures named Leo, a handsome guy, yet academically weak. His whole life revolves around sports and competitions. Still, every teacher respects him, and no one dares talk back to him because he always takes first place in athletic championships. From the other side, we meet a nerdy girl named Yoon, who is also the most beautiful girl in the school. All the boys like her, but she pays no attention to any of them. She's always focused on studying, so they call her the robot. Yoon is the head of the nerd class and the only one allowed to enter the failure section to collect their textbooks after they're done using them. One day she goes to gather the books, but notices 4 are missing. Turns out they belong to Leo and his mischievous gang who don't follow rules. But Yoon, using her intelligence, loudly announces that she has collected all the books, just to expose them. Her plan works. One of the boys rushes to the hiding spot to check on the books. Unbeknownst to him, Yoon is watching. She finds the place and goes to retrieve the books. The boy gets angry and tries to trip her. She almost falls, but just in time, our hero Leo catches her. Their eyes meet, but Leo accidentally steps on the microphone button. Everyone hears it. Yoon, flustered by the situation, slaps him, scolds him, and storms off. The whole school hears the argument. Leo feels humiliated in front of the students and gathers his friends to plan revenge. His friends remind him that tomorrow is the school's sports day, a mandatory event that affects students' grades. Leo sees it as the perfect opportunity to get back at the nerds and restore their pride. The next day arrives. The nerds show up wearing stylish athletic gear, looking sharp. In contrast, Leo and his gang arrive in mismatched clothes, not caring about appearances, but confident in their abilities. They start winning easily and pretend to be friendly by asking the coach to let them train with the nerds. That's when the nerds make their biggest mistake. During the joint training, Leo's gang starts bullying them, tripping them, throwing them to the ground, and wiping the floor with them, both figuratively and literally. They mock and belittle them, calling them weaklings. Enraged, the nerds challenge them to a proper match to prove they're not to be underestimated. Even though Yoon is a girl, she insists on joining the challenge. The teams are formed, and the whole school gathers, excited to see who'll win. The match begins. Leo and his friends show off their professional athletic skills, dodging every ball thrown their way. But the nerds know, we may lack power, but we have brains, and they start avoiding the ball using strategy. Frustrated, Leo's team decides to cheat. They pour water on the field, causing the nerds to slip and fall. Leo confronts them. It's against the rules. The game turns into an all-out brawl. Everyone starts fighting. Chaos erupts. To make matters worse, the school principal is meeting the governor at that exact time. They're bragging about how respectful and united the students are, like brothers and sisters. Suddenly, the principal returns to find the students practically breaking each other's bones. He furiously stops the fight and drags everyone to his office, scolding them harshly. He punishes them by deducting marks and warns that anyone who repeats this behavior will be expelled. The next morning, we see Leo waking up. His entire family is athletic, which explains his sports talent. He gets dressed and heads to school. On his way, he runs into the nerd student. Turns out they're neighbors, but they can't stand each other. They argue about yesterday's events and almost start fighting again until Leo's mom steps outside. To avoid trouble, they fake a friendly act, laughing, hugging, pretending they're close like brothers. Meanwhile, Yoon also has a younger brother. Ironically, he belongs to the failure group. One morning, while she's asleep, he tries to steal her study notes. But Yoon was expecting it. She had set a trap. She catches him red-handed and says, "We're siblings, yes, but work is work." She takes back her notes and gives him a whack on the head. Later, as all the students leave for school, we learn they all live in the same neighborhood, like a community called Mazarita. But despite being neighbors, they all can't stand each other. Each class wants to beat the other. When they reach school, they're hit with shocking news. Their teacher tells them that due to the rising conflicts, the school has decided to merge both classes to build love and unity among them. Everyone is stunned. Even the nerds are against it, seeing the failures as beneath them. Yoon protests, but the teacher says it's the principal's decision. Neither she nor Yoon can oppose it. On the other side, Leo and his gang are also unhappy. They hate studying. Instead of getting along with the nerds, they begin playing pranks. In one prank, they put mini firecrackers in the nerds' juice. When the nerds open the bottle, boom! It explodes in their faces. Furious, the nerds decide to get revenge. They catch Leo and his friends while showering, steal their clothes, and run off. When the boys come out of the bathroom, happy and refreshed, they're shocked to find their clothes gone. They chase the pranksters across the schoolyard, with everyone laughing at their misfortune. Once again, the principal catches them and warns them, "One more incident and you'll regret it." The students act innocent. "Sir, us? Trouble? Never. We promise it won't happen again." But they start plotting another revenge plan. They decide to glue the nerd student's chair so that when he sits down, he won't be able to get up. However, they send a dumb classmate who messes up the name and puts the glue on Yoon's chair instead. They wait to see him fall into the trap, but to their horror, it's Yoon who sits down. She tries to get up, but feels stuck. Embarrassed, she yells, "Guys, I'm stuck! I'm glued here!" She rushes to change clothes and ends up late to class. Leo feels guilty and decides to apologize. He waits outside her classroom and says, "I'm sorry." Thinking she's a soft-hearted girl, he expects forgiveness, but instead she grabs him and threatens, "Come near me again and I'll break your face." She storms off. Leo is stunned. Not only is she beautiful, but she's brave too, and he starts to admire her personality. This is Zuki. The next day, Leo and his friends are officially transferred to the nerds class, but nobody can tolerate them. Fights start breaking out between the two groups. Then the teacher walks in and asks all the students to step outside because she wants to speak privately with Leo and his gang. She starts laying down the rules of the classroom. "First thing," she says, "you must hit the like button. I want this video to reach 20,000 likes. I know it sounds hard, but I believe it's easy for you. Second," she continues, "I know most of you aren't subscribed to the channel. You have to subscribe so the channel can grow with your support. And third and last, you have to study. Well, that's not too important, but you do need to graduate and go to university." Leo and his friends are oddly moved by her speech. They all promise to give a like, and those who are already subscribed say, "We'll turn on the notification bell so we never miss a video." And those who weren't subscribed say, "All right, we subscribed and turned on notifications." And I swear, dear viewer, they said it, not me. I'm being honest here, not lying. The teacher separates them and seats them far apart from each other so they can finally focus on class. The next day, they come to school and completely forget everything about studying. They focus only on likes, subscriptions, and the notification bell. And again, they're the ones saying this, not me. I'm not lying. They keep messing around in class like always. Suddenly, the teacher walks in, and they quickly hide their phones. All the nerds are focused on the blackboard, but Leo has no clue what's going on. He says to himself, "What the heck is this now? Yoon is sitting in front of me. I swear I'm gonna annoy her." Meanwhile, his friend is so bored he decides to sleep, but tries to be smart about it. He puts on sunglasses so the teacher won't notice and acts like he's just focused. But the teacher notices and smacks him, warning, "If you do that again, I'll make sure you fail the exam." He tries to play it off. "It's just sunglasses for the sun." She snaps, "Then don't wear them again." Class ends, and Leo decides to go talk to Yoon. He wants to make peace with her since she's the class president, basically a big shot. And as the saying goes, if you want something from a dog, call it sir. You get the idea. But Yoon wants nothing to do with him. She treats him coldly. He tries to flirt, hoping his good looks will impress her, but she's still mad about the prank he pulled earlier and completely ignores him. She walks away. As she leaves, her hair accidentally brushes against his face. Leo freezes. This is the hair of the girl I want, he thinks. He watches her walk away, falling in love on the spot. At the same time, another girl, a clone of Yoon, just not as sharp, goes to talk to one of the nerds because she has a crush on him. She decides to confess her feelings. "I want to tell you something." But as she's about to speak, she trips. He catches her just in time. She's thrilled, thinking he likes her too. But he acts cold, refuses to study with her, and walks away. He did that because he's also in love with Yoon, and he doesn't want any other girl to have feelings for him. Later, Leo and his friends are bored, watching a channel called Flash, laughing together. The clone girl thinks they're laughing at her. Angry, she grabs their gym shoes and throws them in the trash. Leo arrives just in time to stop the fight. Yoon tells the clone girl to apologize since she's the class president. The girl listens reluctantly. One of the nerds notices how important those shoes are to the sports guys. While everyone is distracted, he steals them and hides them. When Leo and his friends come back, they're shocked. Their shoes are missing. They want to start a fight, but they know if they do, they'll get expelled. They search everywhere. Yoon decides to help them since she's president. They eventually find the shoes in a box. The boys are thrilled and thank her. Leo finally realizes these aren't just shoes, they mean something. We've competed in tons of sports events wearing these. Each pair holds special memories. There are lucky charms. Some of them were even gifts from people dear to us. The nerds are touched. They realize they misjudged the sporty boys. They apologize sincerely. After school, Leo and his friends go out for lunch and spot Yoon walking with her brother. But Leo doesn't know it's her brother. He assumes they're dating. He feels jealous but lies to himself. Whatever, her life's none of my business. The next day, at school, Leo sees the same guy, Yoon's brother, talking to another girl. Leo is shocked. He thinks the guy is cheating on Yoon. He rushes into class to talk to her, wanting to warn her, but then worries it'll hurt her feelings. He angrily mutters, "You guys have terrible taste in men." Yoon is confused. Why is he talking like that? Later in gym class, Yoon is exercising. One of the nerd boys helps her stretch. Leo sees it and assumes the guy is trying to steal Yoon. Jealous again, he rushes over and pulls her away. Yoon is puzzled by his behavior, but suddenly she feels pain. Leo gently puts a bandage on her injured hand. She's surprised by his kindness. He decides to tell her the truth. "The guy you're dating? He's cheating on you with another girl." Trying to comfort her, he adds, "Don't be upset. He's not even that good looking. You deserve someone better, handsome, athletic, someone who's already in this room." Hinting at himself, of course. Yoon is caught off guard by his words and starts laughing. Just then, her brother shows up to check on her. That's when Yoon reveals, "The guy you were talking about? That's my brother." Leo is stunned and relieved. He was wrong. Now he's got a real chance. He hugs her brother. "You're such a respectable guy, a true gentleman, good looks and good morals." Then Leo puts Yoon's shoes on for her and walks her to class while she chats with the nerd boy. Leo overhears their conversation and learns they're planning to meet after school to study. Jealousy strikes again. Later, he goes to the schoolyard to train with his friends. He gets tired and sits down to rest when a nerd girl comes and asks for his friend's number. Leo is shocked. How? His friend grins and starts giving advice. "Listen, man, you're good-looking, charming. That's why girls approach you. But if you want to keep them interested, find something in common, know what she likes, and match her vibe." Leo feels defeated. He doesn't even know what Yoon likes. What should he do? His friend decides to help. They go talk to the clone girl. Leo's friend pretends to be into her and asks her out after school. She immediately agrees. At the restaurant, Leo's friend gently tricks her into talking about Yoon. Like a fool, she spills everything. What Yoon likes, what she hates, what she's looking for, and what she dreams of. Leo's friend secretly records all of it. Later, Leo listens back and learns Yoon is obsessed with studying and is searching for a specific book. He decides to use this info to get close to her. The next day, Leo goes to the bookstore, warns the owner not to sell that book to anyone else, and intimidates him into agreeing. Later, Yoon arrives at the store with her nerd friend. They ask for the book, but the owner says it's out of stock. Yoon is disappointed. She really needed it. Suddenly, Leo walks in, holding the book in his hands. He proudly gives it to her, thinking this will finally impress her. But she doesn't even thank him. Instead, her nerd friend says, "I know another store that sells it," and takes her away. Leo stands there, crushed. His brilliant plan failed. But deep down, he knows he still has one more chance. The next day, Yoon goes to meet with her teacher and learns that the class will be divided into lab groups. She checks the list and is shocked to find that she's been paired with Leo. She tries to switch groups, but the teacher refuses, explaining that each smart student must be paired with a weaker one to help them improve. Yoon is forced to comply. She sits next to him in the lab and begins explaining the experiment step by step. This is how it starts, and it should end like this, God willing. But Leo understands nothing, not even a word. Frustrated by his ignorance, Yoon decides to make him drop the class. She takes him with her to the storage room to get lab tools. Leo, trying to act heroic, says, "I'll protect you." But the room is dark, and instead of calming her, he's the one who gets scared. He begs her to stay close. Suddenly, a ghostly figure appears before him. He's terrified, screaming in fear, but when he gets closer, he realizes it's just the clone girl, dressed up to prank him. He finds out they were all in on the joke to scare him, and he gets angry. But instead of quitting, he insists on continuing the experiment. Yoon is impressed by his determination and agrees to help him. Back in the lab, she guides him until he finally completes the experiment successfully. Afterward, she decides to give him her number, just in case he needs anything. Leo is overjoyed and quickly saves it before he forgets. That night, he keeps staring at his phone.